2. Have you ever looked up at the night sky and felt empty? Like something essential was missing? That's the world we're diving into today. A world without stars. Imagine a sky bruised purple with only a cold, lonely moon. This is the reality for Hana, a 16-year-old girl with silver hair standing on the rooftop of her high school. The last star just flickered out, and with it, the last whispers of magic in the world. But Hana isn't one to give up. She holds the world's final hope in her hands. A tiny glass vial containing a single glowing star seed. She's ready to make a desperate wish, to sacrifice this last spark to light the sky, even if it's just for a moment. She believes if no one else will do it, she must. As she uncorks the vial, a hand suddenly grabs her wrist. It's Kai, a boy with striking golden eyes and mysterious constellation tattoos glowing on his arm. He tells her she can't use the seed. If she does, magic will die forever. Hana scoffs. To her, magic is already dead. The sky is proof. But Kai insists there's another way. He reveals a secret he's carried for years. He is the Keybearer, and she is the last Starseer. Their bloodlines are destined to work together. He claims they can reopen the celestial vault, the source of all starlight. Hana is immediately suspicious. The vault was locked for a reason tied to her own mother. Kai then reveals a stunning truth. He knew her mother. She was the one who locked the vault, not to punish the world, but to protect Hana. Her mother told Kai to find her when the sky went dark, saying Hana would be either angry enough to burn the world or brave enough to save it. 2. This revelation shakes Hana to her core. The starseed trembles in the air between them. Kai explains the terrifying stakes. If they try to open the vault and fail, all memory of magic will vanish from the world forever. It's an all-or-nothing gamble. He extends his hand, and the tattoos on his arm peel away from his skin, forming a glowing key of pure starlight. It's a moment of truth, Des. She'll trust this stranger with the fate of everything she's ever known. Looking from the last starseed to his outstretched hand, she makes her choice. She takes his hand. In an instant, they're transported above the clouds, standing on a floor of solid starlight. Before them looms an immense gate of frozen comet tails and black iron Thar celestial vault, V. It's both beautiful and terrifying, a perfect description for any quest worth undertaking. Kai places the glowing key against the gate, but it resists. He explains that it needs both of their bloodlines to open. Hana presses her palm against the lock beside his. The starseed, their last hope, floats forward and merges with the lock. With a tremendous groan, the gate begins to crack open, spilling light into the darkness. But their victory is cut short. A monstrous shadow erupts from the opening of Void Dragon, a creature made of missing stars with eyes like black holes. It roars that the aged wishes is over and lunges at them. Kai, ever the protector, shoves Hana aside and summons a blade of pure sunlight. She tells her to stay behind him, but Hana is done standing on the sidelines. She raises her hands, and the power of the starseed explodes from her, creating a storm of silver fire. They fight together, a whirlwind of light and shadow. Kai's every slash births new constellations in the wounded sky. Hana's silver fire weaves through the darkness, stitching the night back together. But the Void Dragon is powerful. It begins to devour the very light they create, swallowing the newborn stars whole. They're losing ground. In the heat of the battle, Kai grabs Hana's hand. He has a desperate, crazy idea. Tells her that names have power here, in this celestial realm. He asks her to say her name with him. She hesitates for a second, then trusts him. Together, they shout their names. Hana, Kai. Their voices fuse into a single blinding beam of white gold light that pierces the dragon's chest. The creature screams, not in pain, but in release. Every star it ever devoured pours out of its body in a torrent of light, a reverse Big Bang that floods the universe with brilliance. The dragon shrinks, collapses into a tiny dark seed, and then dissolves into nothing. Silence falls. The gate to the celestial vault stands wide open, revealing an endless ocean of brand new stars. Hana and Kai float in the quiet, their hands still clasped, completely exhausted but victorious. Hana lets out a soft laugh, looking at the sky, now whole again, brighter than anyone alive has ever seen. It was worth it. She rests her forehead against his, a quiet moment of connection and gratitude. She thanks him for not letting her face the darkness alone. He thanks her for being the one to light the way. After a moment, Hana gently pulls away. She reaches up and plucks a single, fresh star from the sky. It shrinks in her hand, becoming a tiny, glowing hairpin, which she clips into her silver hair. It's a promise, she says, so they never forget this night. Kai gives her a small, genuine smile and agrees, just as quickly as it began. They are back on the high school rooftop. The first rays of dawn are mixing with a sky so full of stars it looks drunk on light. They stand at the fence, looking out at the world that is about to wake up to a miracle. Hana wonders what people will think. They'll probably assume it was all a dream. Kai just smiles and says that dreams are where magic starts anyway. The time has come for him to leave. Hana asks if she'll see him again. He tells her she will, every time she looks up at the sky. Then he steps backward off the roof and dissolves into a spiral of golden sparks that merge with the dawn. Hana is left alone, but not lonely. Tears of joy shine in her eyes as she looks at the star-filled sky and whispers, "Good night, Kai." And it's almost as if the stars twinkle back in reply. The story doesn't end there. Far away, a little boy wakes up. He runs to his window and gasps. He yells for his mum, telling her the stars came back. Sleepy, she walks over to the window, looks out, and her eyes fill with tears she can't explain. A single word escapes her lips, a word she hasn't spoken in 16 years. Magic. This is the power of a single story, a single act of bravery. It shows us that even when the world seems plunged into darkness, there's always a reason to look up. Hope isn't just a wish, it's a choice, a fight, and a promise. It reminds us that sometimes the most powerful magic in the universe is simply remembering who you are and daring to believe in the light.
Thank you for joining me on this journey through a starless sky.
If you loved this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, keep looking up.